Hey guys, Charles Short Reviews here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class Ultra Magnus. And now I can see why majority of reviewers don't have white backgrounds, because yeah, this, especially the cab, it kind of blends in there. But hey, anyways, there it is. And yeah, this one I did not expect to being being able to review as soon as I did. Because I thought, well, they're probably not going to have this guy with the core class figures for a while. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to finally review Black Arachne. And nope, it's going to be delayed another week unless the core class figures come out. I think I'll do both of those at once and then review them, release one, both of them during the same week, basically. So, yeah, so but unless if I don't get them by the time I get to do my next review, then I'll do Black Arachne finally, but or maybe, who knows. And I'll definitely upload a lot more in the summer, because lately it's been very, very busy, so I decided to do Wednesday since it's the easiest time. So yeah, so it's not just going to be Wednesday, of course. I think I'll still do Wednesdays, but other days as well. But yeah, anyways, here's Ultra Magnus, and yeah, did not expect to get this guy so early, but yeah. Very, very cool. It's pretty hard to get in, because like he touches the his like feet area touches back here, so I can't get all in, but we'll just try to work with this. But anyways, at least it has a lot of Unicron. I have to move my setting. But anyways, let's take a look at the details. And yeah, very nice. I do like the white, and especially that translucent blue. Like, you can see the head in there, the white prime head, or albino prime, whatever the community calls it. But anyways, you can kind of see in there, but it's pretty kind of hard to tell. So that's good. And then visible arm syndrome. Unfortunately, I'll do the comparisons later with the Siege one. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to look at small again, but anyways, yeah, and of course he has those arm bracelet things, and there's like a way you can cover it up. I've tried it, it's pretty good, but because this review is supposed to be based on the official transformation, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to do all that thing, but if you guys want to look at videos or all that, where you can do, I may do my own video or something, I don't know, I mean, there's other videos that kind of also do it. Go check them out, and you can put the braces, and it blends in with this much better, so it kind of goes to this, so that's good. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, it made sense on the Cybertronian and the Earth, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's one complaint, I guess, but because there's a fan way to do it, and you don't have to buy an upgrade kit, I guess it's for me, like, still not a huge fan of it existing, but at least there's a way you can cover it up. But yeah. Alright, very nice. Again, not much to say about until we actually look at him with the Siege version. I will say this one is longer, so that's why I can see the hands more in this one. Yeah, there's plenty of different engineering. I won't break fully down into that, but I guess I'll say a little points that you can say right off the bat. So yeah, so overall pretty good. Now, of course, this ain't totally G1 accurate in terms of the element, like the cab is, maybe. Then I mean, maybe I guess it's a little narrow, but overall, I mean, but it doesn't have like an articulated section because it's a heavy remold of the Siege version. And yeah, there you go. You better let you see there's smokestacks here at the top, in the same position as the Siege one, and yeah, it's a little more of an Earth mode version of the Siege version, more than the G1 Ultra Magnus, but still keeps faithful to that one. So, but anyways, for accessories, he does come with his iconic 2 rocket launchers, which, unlike the G1 toy, but even that one couldn't really do it. Yeah, can't launch rockets, but hey, he still comes with them, and they're different from the Siege versions, which we'll get into in a bit. So yeah, just attach it there. Yeah, you could do it there. That's the most G1 way, but you could also plug in the back. I think that's what the instructions have, but come on, this is supposed to be the most G1 accurate, other than the Masterpiece. Actually, that one's the most accurate Ultra Magnus, but in terms of retail, I think this is the most we've gotten. So yeah, so you got a place in the front anyways, this thing. But yeah, and then we get a long rifle here, which is similar to the Siege one, but I guess we can compare that one now. So this is the Siege one, which I can't believe it's been 2 years since I've reviewed that figure. I know, right? This one uses a lighter silver. This uses more of a gunmetal gray. It still has that red hilt from the Siege one, the unpainted area, and they didn't paint in the inside, I don't think. Yeah, because this one, it's painted in, so, but yeah. Honestly, I don't know which one I prefer. I do like how this one managed to paint it in there. I like this one, but other than that, I think I do like both about the same. So, yeah. And you can attach it up here or officially all the way back here. Your choice, wherever you want to store it. So yeah, this guy can roll as well. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got like 10 wheels, so yeah, he's definitely gonna roll. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, and oh man, this is gonna be so hard for comparisons. Like, I'm gonna have to raise back the camera. It's probably the longest Transformer I think I've reviewed in a while. But yeah. Anyways, now for comparison. Oh, by the way, before getting that, the card I got is Dinobot. I've already gotten this guy. Now, what's funny is I first got this card with the actual Dinobot. So unfortunately, not a new one from Wave 2. So if there's any I'm missing, I thought there was a new Optimus Prime one. I don't think I'll get that one now because, well, I got every figure with the card. So yeah, basically now I have everyone from Wave 2 except for the core class figures. I'm not, until my stores actually get them. But yeah. Anyways, now for comparison, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this because it's too long. But hey, at least you can kind of get a good sense of scale. So for comparison, here is with Optimus Prime. And you can see how long they are there. And that's somewhat this trailer, of course. But hey, this guy has this thing. And yeah, like, you also, like the Siege one, you can't open it up like the G1 toy and put cars in there. But you could put it on the top at least. So hey, you did that in the G1. But anyways, yeah, it's fun enough to put a vehicle in there, a toy vehicle at least. So here he is with the Kingdom Voyager Inferno. Who today we got a reveal of an Art Fire figure, which is just this guy with some white paint and blue paint in the head. So yeah, and Target Master, so that's good. And finally, I don't want to do too many comparisons with this guy, but this is the one that definitely most are probably gonna want to see. Here he is with the Siege version of Ultra Magnus. Now, as you can see, yeah, there's definitely, it depends on which you like more for at least vehicle mode. That I can't really debate on which one I like more. Like, I like how this one resembled the 2001 Transformers Robots in the Sky series, whereas this one is like that, but with his G1 cap. Like, this one's more G1 accurate, but this one, it definitely, like, for this mold, definitely better resembles the, like, another thing that's not G1. So for G1, if I have I'm not going to display him in the truck mode, of course, but if I do have a shelf, but I didn't. But if I do, I won't display him in there because he's too long. But if I display him, of course, I do this one in the robot mode, and I guess this one in the truck mode, since this one is a little better at representing another thing, source material from the past, so more so than this mold with the G1. And I do have the Galaxy upgrade Optimus Prime from Siege, which I think I'll review soon. But yeah, anyways, let's compare the rocket launchers. So as you can see, yeah, I think I do prefer the Kingdom one, because this one actually looks like his rocket launchers, even the rockets in there. Whereas this one looks like a security camera, it kind of does, without that there. But with some random thing in there, I don't know. Kind of does, doesn't it? Looks like a security camera. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think overall, in terms of what it's being based on, I think this one did a better job of being based on Robots in the Sky's 01, and this did being with G1. But I think in terms of molding, oh yeah, they also did add a little more of the gap filling in here. Still left a little in there, but here and here. So yeah. And then from the bottom, yeah, this one is longer. From the feet, yeah, this one is longer because it's more exposed. You can see the hands are covered there where that's not. So pretty much a lot of stuff. I don't want it to get into it because, well, it's gonna take up too much time. We're already 10 minutes in, and second of all, it's gonna be pretty hard since they're both pretty long. So I don't want to not go over again with all that. But yeah, pretty nice with the remolding. I guess it would have been nice for them to make a new mold where it's actually a little more like G1, so you can get the cab swinging and you can open the doors. But considering what they're doing here, I mean, so yeah, they couldn't do it with this mold. But yeah, that is pretty much it for comparisons. I just want to do some truck ones. Prime, Inferno. This Inferno's a fire truck. That's a truck, eh? This is a carrier truck. So yeah. Anyways, transformation time. So you just want to remove these rocket launchers. And yeah, alright. But for real, this guy technically has 4 modes, but really just 3 like actual distinct ones, because he has 2 truck modes, one for the white prime, albino prime, and another for the for this obviously, which we just looked at. So I guess we'll take a look at that for a bit. But anyways, what you want to do here is you want to split up in this section here. So I'm going to unclip everything. This is kind of a mess. I just want to do all that. Okay, yeah, this is really becoming a mess. But yeah, next what you want to do is these pieces, you just want to slide out of here. And you want to unclip this section from here. And there's other little connection points, like when you have this all connected in here, these tabs go into these slots. Wait, these slots. Sorry for not showing you. These tabs are going to there, and then yeah, it kind of compresses together. It's pretty hard. I think I did show it in my Kingdom or Siege Magnus review. It's been a while since I've done that, 2 years, but there's plenty of re-engineering going on with this, so just kind of want to show it off. So you just basically detach all that. And next we got the cab for the white prime. And weakest mode probably, I don't know. You can, from the front it looks good, from the back, well, yeah. I mean, he never really had it on his own in G1. Like, he never was a white Optimus Prime. That was just the toy. They decided to bring it back for Siege, and now that Hasbro's redone for Kingdom. Yeah, originally I wasn't going to pick this one up. I was like, when it was first redone, many others weren't. But many end up doing it because it's like, well, it's like a more G1 accurate the Siege one that's already existed. So there's kind of no point. But the more reviews that are coming out and the more detail like that came out, it definitely was a little bit more than that. And oh yeah, something I forgot to note, the tires are also different. This one resembles more of an Earth mode one, whereas this one's definitely more techy, Cybertron-y. So yeah, because that's what Siege was. It was basically battle damage and Cybertron alt modes. But other than that, they're pretty G1. But now we're getting in Kingdom and Earthrise more G1 accurate toys because, well, they're on Earth. So now we get what we saw in the cartoon more. But anyways, transformation into the white albino prime mode. You just want to swing out the arms. Now clip in to these tabs here. Just slots in there. I'll click in, so around the hands here, get a little preview of the articulation. But hey, that's what happens in all reviews. And then next, you just want to press this all the way back there. So yeah, you can do that. And then next, swirl around the section. Oh yeah, I forgot to note all the nice paint on here. There's an About logo in the license plate. I don't know who would do that, but anyways, or where the license plate would be. And of course, it's got a nice demo, great for the grill. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so there's that. And then next, just want to make sure all this is right here and all aligned. So that way you can lift up the section. I'm going to lift up. Lift up. Lift up. Well, anyways, next what you want to do is throughout the legs, ratchet, loose ratchets, of course. Alright, well that, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, 1 second later, just said, excuse me, guys, as remembered, you have to slide this forward, and then you can raise this up. There we go. Then you can squeeze this together again. And then next, flip out the heel spurs. So it's much flatter, and you can also get nice balance, especially with that kind of a little bit of a backpack is going on. So, anyways, let's kind of zoom in and back that in. Alright, so. Okay, so now, finally what I'm going to do is unclip the section again, I know. And then unclip the chest section, and then flip out the head, and then clip that back in, and then the same things with the arms like earlier. Make sure they're all in. Once you got all that done, there you have Albino Prime / White Prime, or Magnus Prime, whatever you want to call it, Ultra Prime, Optimus Magnus, I don't know, in his robot mode. And I gotta say, I think I do like this one better than the Siege version. Now, this is, again, not one of my favorite things with the whole Ultra Magnus concept, is the White Prime. I think it's a nice little inclusion, but I don't know if it's really necessary other than the G1 toy, but hey, I guess it's a nice little callback, but yeah. Here he is. Let me make sure this is all straightened up here. So. Okay, just readjust the setup here. So that way I can get a better look at this. So yeah. But anyways, here's this thing, robot, I don't know, this Optimus Prime imposter. The Optimus is sus. Anyways, so yeah. Take a look at the head sculpt. Pretty good overall. I do like the gray here, unlike the Siege one. It was all blue. Again, I'll take a look. I won't discuss anything else about the Siege one until I pull that one out. But yeah, overall pretty nice. Did the paint chip here? No, I don't think it did. I didn't really touch that spot all that much. It's just like that. And I didn't know it's not off camera. I think it's just the glare, but yeah, it's probably just the glare. But anyways. Yeah, all that nice detail. Now, a lot of the, again, I'll just discuss this later. So, you want no more talk about the Siege one until we actually get there. Got nice detail around. I will say it's carried over from the Siege one, but again, we'll get that later. And they got the clips on the sides, and then, of course, this back here, nice and clean. Yeah, not a lot of paint going on here. There's never a lot of paint going on with these white Optimus Primes. So. Yeah, not too much else to say, but articulation, heads on the bowl joint, still pretty tight. So that's very nice. You can look down. Oh yeah, you can actually look down pretty far, so that's good. You can't really look up that far. That's about as far as he goes. Arms, well, the shoulders don't move, but the inner shoulders, I guess I'll call them, right there, can at least, so they can kind of pivot out or go out that far and kind of go in, and then so they do pivot, and then. Bicep swivel, elbows there, and then, like you saw in the transformation, wrist swivel, and he does have waist swivel, the legs, and kick out that far, back that far, mainly because of the kibble. They can kick out that far, and then on the side, and then the knees do bend about this far, and then does have little ankle pivots, so that's nice. And yeah, pretty cool articulation. So even though he's maybe look a little too chunky, he's pretty good on the articulation side. Like, I've seen not as chunky Transformers that have had less articulation than this guy. I'm looking at you, Wheelie, but anyways. So yeah, we're pretty nice. So yeah, so there I have that. Oh yeah, again, you can have the gun. And yeah, with this one, this Ultra Magnus, unlike the Siege one, as well as the Galaxy upgrade Optimus Prime, he doesn't come with these black guns here. These two black guns. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because they didn't really have them G1. They were trying different stuff with the Siege one, but since Earthrise Kingdom are more reliant on G1 than ever, they decided not to include them, I guess. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. But anyways, now for comparison. Here he is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, so you can just look at the Earth Prime and not kind of do too much, at least. By the way, different heads, because, well, this one's slightly narrower, and this one's a little thicker. So yeah, different heads. They've always been different heads, but another toy the only other toy that's had the same head as this one was, well, this. The Siege White Prime. So there we go. This is mainly, again, for this portion of the review, this is like only one that is kind of the point. Like, it's definitely more noticeable in the combined mode, but yeah. Let's kind of take a look at this. See, this one used a dirtier white because of the whole siege thing and all that. And of course, this had a little battle damage on here. Now, they did add silver paint here on the knees. They didn't on here. They both have Autobot logos, the same one, except this one's just, I guess, tampograph, and this one is also printed on there, but it's like shiny, and it's got a white, and it's silver background. It's smaller, slightly smaller. And of course, this one is like a gunmetal gray crest there, and this one's got a blue one. And there's like a silver. I noticed there's also a silver in that inside area with the nose and all that, and it's just plain white rear. Now on the back, it's probably the most. Oh yeah, the chests are different. This one resembles that cab we saw previously, and this one resembles more G1. And the back, I think I do like the back for this one. I think you can, yeah, I could do more poses here because there's not this, but it definitely looks a lot more clean. This one, there's a lot going on. So yeah, and of course, the tires are different. So not too much else to say. If you know, it's a bit different. This is more of a teal. This is more of like a kind of sky bluish, maybe a little darker. Yeah, and this is paint at the top. There's yellow here, and then there's none here. Yeah. You can check any other differences if you want. Of course, the molding on the arms, the legs are the same. Even the waist section is as well, and the head. Just definitely not that chest. The engineering is the same overall. So yeah. And articulation as well. It's pretty much the same figure, just different enough. Yeah, I think I do like this one better because it's like, I don't know, it definitely does feel like more like a white Optimus Prime. But anyways, there you have all of that. So now let's get into the part that we've all been waiting for, pretty much. Of course, the combined form. So starting off, let's get this back in. So we want to do here, just want to destroy it, but anyways, not totally, because you want to destroy in places you don't want to destroy it. So just want to undo this here, and then from there it'll be much easier to get this piece out, so there's more clearance. Alright, let's get this out of the way. And then next, so I'll untab all of this here, and then unconnect these lower leg sections from here. Then you just kind of want to start collapsing everything in, so start off by filling this piece up and flipping this chest section in here. Alright, so now we're good to go with that. Next is the lower legs. just want to flip this piece in, and then rotate it around, and then, or flip this in, and then, there we go. So it's like that, and then just want to take this over here, and then slowly press it down. So you got one lower leg, and then you got the other one here. Just kind of want to bend that around a bit, and do the same thing there. Alright, and then next, it's not as much going on here. Just want to separate these two pieces, and you want both these wrist sections to be opened up. So now that we got that done, let's get back to here. So what you first want to do is obviously flip in the head, and then close that. Or first, you do want to move this forward, lower this down, and compress that back in, and then flip in these heel spurs. Then you got the bases here, so we can attach all the parts. So there you go, clip that. There we go. So starting off, we'll attach the leg pieces, and now this clips in these two slots there, two holes or whatever. I'll just in there nicely. So you got big boots. So I got that. Raise up the camera here. Make sure, because he's gonna be big. Not unicorn big, but still big. I know unicorn's big, even though I don't have them. So, anyways. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to attach this piece. There's like a little post here. You just want to get into that hole. Slide that in, and then clip that in so it's nice and secure. And you do the same thing here. Want to make sure it's like this. So there's that. Just clip that in. Yep, there we go. Clip that back in. Next, you just want to slide both of these shoulder pieces on here. Now, it's different. This is like got like a little of a flat piece. You can, like, they didn't put an Autobot logo on there, but it's like there's upgrade kits I guess you could do, or like stickers, decals, or you could just put that in there. So, but Hasbro didn't put that in there, so, and then this one's not meant to have any logo on there. So I'm not sure why they didn't put it in there, because in G1 he did have one here. But it was just want to slide this in. Now it's a bit different on here because you gotta make sure you slide in like this, because on like the Siege one there's like a tab here, and then that goes in here. So you gotta make sure it's like that, and you gotta undo that again when you do it, when you remove it. And like, because when I first got this one out, I'm like, why is it not coming out? And I'm like, oh, that's why I gotta. Because they kind of re-engineered it, or maybe it's the same from Siege. I just never noticed it. So, and finally, you just want this little section here to attach this spine piece over here. Just want to straighten that up, and then clip that in. As that will attach. Yeah, there we go. Next, just want to put this down. And then this chest, there's two tabs under here, and I'll go into these slots. Open. There we go. Just want to squeeze that up, make sure you got it all good to go. And once you got that, there you have Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. And I gotta say, that is Ultra Magnus, definitely. That's probably the second. Oh, wait, one thing I forgot. Like the Siege one, you just want to lower this down, cross trees down, and then flip that around, and then put that back in there. There you go. That's Ultra Magnus. Much better. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, something looks off. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, now there you have the Kingdom Leader Class Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. And I gotta say, again, that is probably one of the most accurate Ultra Magnus figures that we've gotten thus far. Now, the chest, he didn't have windows in the G1 show, but I mean, they had to do a lot, so I mean, it's fine. But anyways, the complete look, attach rocket launchers on the side, because it's hard looking at it without those on there. So there we go. So yeah, very nice. So anyways, let's look at the details and all that. Very nice on the head sculpt, and if you can see in there, he does have light piping. You can see eyes through it, because he does Unlike the Siege one, he does have his visor, but again, it's pretty hard. But yeah, you can see the eyes in there. You can see, yeah, there. Wait, there, yeah, you can kind of see it halfway through. So I think that's pretty cool overall. It's a little chunky. I know there's an upgrade kit where we can make his legs a bit longer, but I think he just looks a little too lanky with that, especially since he's got these thick lower legs. So, yeah. On the back, not too much. It's very chunky and blocky, but that's G1. Chunky and blocky goodness, and you got that translucent area there for the light piping. Let's knock over my camera. But yeah, anyways, yeah, overall, very nice, very nice. I really do like the design Hasbro went with for this figure. So, yeah, very cool all around. So yeah, articulation, head, solid ball joint, and for the face, he is like a dark gunmetal gray, so that looks pretty cool. Articulation here does go a whole 180 degrees, and it's pretty much the same as what we saw before, because that was a skeleton of what this is. So yeah, same with all that. So nothing's changed there. Legs do kick up as just as far as before, and not as back as before, because this touches the tire there. Knees do bend about this far, and this popped out, but yeah, and then anyways, feet do only go out, but they still pivot, so hey. And of course, waist swivel, kind of hard with these pieces kind of going towards there, but yeah, kind of not too that much articulation, but still quite nice articulation going on. I know it's kind of weird, no ab crunch or anything, but that's kind of expected with all that battle armor on, or not battle armor, more upgrade design kit, but it's not from a design upgrade kit. Anyways, so yeah, pretty good articulation. And of course, he's got his rifle here, which now looks a lot smaller, because earlier when we saw in the inner white prime, it looked kind of big, but now it doesn't look as big anymore. That's the intention. So, his Ultra Magnus needs a bigger gun. He's a bigger bot, and he needs a bigger gun. But is he the biggest bot? We shall find out. Because, for comparison, here he is with Optimus Prime. You can see, there's the scale there. Not sure how accurate it is, I'm just showing it off. Here he is with his rival, Cyclonus. This is the first 86 movie character we got. This is the second one, and then we're going to get Galvatron the next wave. So, yeah. Guess they scale well. Here he is with the Wave 1 Kingdom Leader, Megatron, yes. And, here he is with Grimlock here. So it turns out he is still not the biggest bot. He is always going to be the biggest bot. I mean, that makes sense. He's going to be the biggest bot. Of course, we got that new Slag figure from Studio Series A6. That was late. So, and he's about the same size as Grimlock, but hey, he's still big. And, yeah, so there we go. I'm going to remove Grimlock. I would put him in, but he's going to take too much space up. So, for this, we're going to do another multiple comparison with the cast of the 1986 movie on here, so you can see how they look. I got Blur right here. I got Hot Rod. And now I got Cup. Standing all there. And he's the biggest spot in the core group. Grimlock was part of it, don't worry. And Cyberverse, I say I don't have the Earthrise / Kingdom one yet, even though I could go get the Kingdom one if I want to, but I'll kind of weigh in that one for a bit of time. But until then, I could just use this. So you got Wheelie there. Yeah, and they all do scale pretty nice. So yeah, there we have that. And finally, here is with the Siege Leader class Ultra Magnus. And as you can see, there is a reason why I decided to pick this one up, because as much as I like this figure here, this one definitely is a lot more clean looking. I mean, he doesn't have all that scraping, and he's definitely more genuine. Like, at this point, the Siege figures aren't really there anymore to be your G1 representations and stuff. It's more now the Netflix, even though there is that Netflix Ultra Magnus, which I get from that spoiler box, which thankfully I don't collect spoiler boxes. The only one that actually kind of want to get is that Nemesis Prime one from the Netflix, from the Earthrise wave of stuff. So, because that's actually cool looking. It's different enough, but the Megatron Skeletor thing, or the Ultra Magnus, yeah, not really, but yeah. So yeah, they have all that. So there you guys have my review of Kingdom Leader Class Ultra Magnus, and yeah, I gotta say, this figure definitely blew my mind. Like, I had the Siege one, I knew it was good, but that was the thing, I knew it was good. I'm like, yeah, so what's gonna the point is? But honestly, I definitely think this one is the superior of the Magnusism. Probably the best of the mold. Like, I like the Galaxy upgrade prime. This is like the fourth use of the mold, because there was the Siege Magnus, Siege Galaxy upgrade Optimus Prime, and then there was the spoiler box Netflix Magnus. The only version of this mold I don't have, because I mean, who really wants it? It's just a burn up Ultra Magnus from the Netflix one, and of course now the Kingdom one, which is the most cute and accurate of the three Magnuses on there. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I think, again, this is my favorite of the mold, because, well, it was definitely made more for Ultra Magnus, and this is where it really gets to good use. So, because they made a new mold, yeah, probably, especially for that alt mode. But overall, for the robot mode, very impressive, no real complaints. It's just the truck mode that's a little iffy, but you can kind of fix that, even without upgrade kits. So, yeah, there you have that. So, anyways, oh, by the way, yeah, no Autobot logo in this version, or on this mode to be found, so that's unfortunate, but yeah. But anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more. Comment down below what you guys think of the figure. Do you like him or not? Will you be picking him up, or will you be passing on him if you have the Siege one? I guess if you have the Siege one and don't want to get this one, that's fine. But if you don't have Ultra Magnus, then definitely get this one. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. As always, guys, till all are one.